Hey, what is happening? Welcome to another episode of the journey of the profitable, purposeful entrepreneur. Can I ask you a question? Can we get real today? Listen, I want to discuss something that even the most successful entrepreneurs go through. In fact, they won't deny or try to hide it. Instead, they confront it. And today, we're going to show you how you can confront and overcome this obstacle as well. So if you're ready, let's get started. I spent the last few years building a successful online business while learning from some of the most brilliant marketing minds and coaches on the planet. And now, I've walked away from that business to start over again from scratch. Why? Because, like you, I felt the calling of contribution and the all-consuming need to create a business giving me the freedom to put fatherhood and family first, while fulfilling my calling to share my expertise in order to serve and impact others in a positive way. Join me now as we walk the path together to create the life and business of our dreams. I'm Evans Putman. Welcome to the journey of the profitable, purposeful entrepreneur. What is up, my tribe of profitable, purposeful entrepreneurs? How is everybody doing today? Today, I want to discuss something that's really not easy to talk about, but it's something that every entrepreneur goes through. I've even heard the most successful entrepreneurs discuss this. People like my mentor and coach, Russell Brunson. People that I am in coaching groups with who are just starting out, who have been in business for 5 or 6 years. It really doesn't matter. And that thing is, it's one word, and it's called doubt. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up today is because when I started this brand new journey to start my own purpose-driven business, after I'd left a highly successful business, it hit me. January 1, 2019, I was no longer a partner in the business. We were very successful. And then I found myself starting from scratch, starting from square one. And I had some doubt, like, did I make the right decision? Should I have stayed in that other business? I knew deep down inside that I really didn't want to, but I was unsure of it. That doubt was creeping in. Am I good enough to start my own new business? I'd always worked in the past, just to give you a little bit more background and history. In the past, I've always been sort of the person behind the curtain pulling the strings. I ran, you could call it an agency, you could call me a freelancer. I've been through all the different stages, but basically I helped other entrepreneurs grow their business. Okay, by coming up with marketing strategies, by implementing those strategies, by putting together teams, by managing those teams. Everything from copywriting to Facebook ads and everything here and there in between, but it was never my business. Okay, it was always somebody else's. So even if what I did was successful and they failed, yes, it would be partially my failure, but it was their business. I was just the guy behind the curtain. Nobody ever knew me. Nobody knew I existed. Even in my last business that I became a partner in, nobody knew I existed until I moved from being a paid contractor to becoming a partner and actually putting together online courses and appearing in them myself. Then I started to become a face of the business. I would come into our private membership area and I would teach trainings to these other people who were in our membership area. And I was teaching marketing, sales, et cetera, to real estate agents, that's the industry we were in. We were actually B2B. We weren't working real estate agent to consumer. We were more training. We were doing online sales training and leadership training and any other kind of training you could think of for real estate agents to help them be able to not work as many hours, create the type of business they wanted, and have more time to spend with their family. So that's what we were doing, but it wasn't my business. So when I left, and the reason I'm telling you this story is because I know you're going to experience it. Okay, we all do. Like I said, my mentor, Russell Brunson, who is highly, highly successful, has experienced it. I guarantee you almost anybody else you talk to, if they're going to be honest, they've experienced it. And I'm going to give you a quick way that I dealt with this and overcame it, because at first I did it all wrong, which, I learned from my lesson. And it was amazing how the answers were appearing to me when I needed them. But basically, I was filled with doubt. Did I make the right decision? What am I going to do now? I don't really know what I'm doing. I just know that I have a purpose. What is that purpose? So it took some soul searching. And during that soul searching, one of the things that I started doing at the beginning of the year, I decided I would actually do it and follow through with it and continue, was to start meditating. And one of the things that I meditated on during this time of doubt was I meditated, on clarity. Can I get some clarity? Can I get some clarity on that I've made the right decision? Can I get clarity on what I'm supposed to do next? Hoping that the universe, whatever you want to call it, God, whatever you believe, would just give me that answer during my meditation. And that clarity would become just so clear that then I would lose that doubt and I'd start moving forward, because I was paralyzed at the time. I had no momentum. And if you're an entrepreneur and you're not in momentum, you're not moving forward, you feel stuck, it makes you physically feel exhausted, stressed, anything that you would feel that is not positive, you are starting to feel it. So you've got to have momentum. So here's what happened. I continued to meditate on clarity. Give me clarity. Give me clarity. I was going nowhere with my business. I was not moving forward. I wasn't getting clarity. And something that happened during that time, during this meditation, and this has not happened that often, but in my mind's eye at this time, and I was telling one of my coaches about this during my meditation, in my mind's eye, this lion walked across in front of me and just sort of glanced over at me, then kept going. And I didn't really think much about it, except for that, hey, I'm visualizing lions during my meditation. But other than that, I didn't think much about it. And then the next day, I don't remember what happened, but one of the first things, I was listening to a podcast, I can't give you the exact thing that happened, but the next day it was like a synchronistic moment occurred where somebody started talking about having the courage of a lion. And in order to move forward in your life, you have to have courage. Then I saw somebody else discuss something similar. Then I saw another entrepreneur talking about how when she was stuck and she just didn't know what to do and she was switching direction in her business, she became paralyzed. So she just started moving forward. She took the courageous steps to move forward in a direction that she didn't even know was the right direction, didn't know the outcome, just took those steps. And as she began moving, things became clearer. So within a day of meditating and seeing that lion visualization and then hearing these messages, they just started the next day. They started hitting me left and right. And I was like, that's it. Courage. That's what I need. I don't need clarity. there's no possible way for me to know what's at the end of the road. There never has been. It's not like that way for any of us. We live in a moment to moment world. We don't know what's going to happen in 10 years. We can definitely say, this is what I want to happen. And we can think we're in control. And then the universe is going to laugh at us when it takes us in a 180 different degree direction. But the point is, I don't want to get too far off on a tangent, but I hope you're seeing the point. The point is that you can't stay stuck hoping for clarity when you have doubt, when you have difficulties, when you need to move forward. Just take a step. One of the biggest things that I'm hearing all the time, left and right, and it seems to be something that's catching on, is take imperfect action. Just take that first step. If you don't know what you want to do, that's fine. If you are in the position I was in, less than a month ago, so we're not that far apart on the path, and maybe you decided you want to take a different direction. Maybe you're brand new. You don't know your purpose. You don't know exactly how, and maybe you know your purpose, but you're not sure how you can make it come to fruition, how you can turn it into a business. I was in the similar situation. I knew I wanted to help purpose-driven entrepreneurs, and I wanted them to be able to rise into their authentic self, shine so that their ideal customers see their message, and then serve and impact those people's lives. It was basically that simple. I knew that that's what I wanted to do because I'd done that in the past. I'd done it successfully, but I'd only done it like one person at a time. And now this time I was like, okay, I want to take that and explode it so that I serve a minimum of 1,000 people in the next 12 months to help them come into their purpose and create an impact. Because then, as you can see, instead of one person impacting 100 people, you get 1,000 people who are each impacting 100 people, and we can make humongous waves in the universe. So just getting back to what we were talking about, just don't let doubt, fear, which is really what we're looking at here. It wasn't just doubt, it was really fear, the underlying cause. Don't let fear keep you from taking the steps forward. You can't know the final destination. I mean, mine, I'll be honest with you and tell you, mine comes from growing up. I grew up in a household where almost every time when I wanted to do something, I'm like, hey, I'm going to go do this with enthusiasm. As a child and into my teens and older, I'm going to go do this. And the first thing that would happen would not be like, great, go for it. The first thing that would happen would be, how are you going to do that? How are you going to do this and then do that? And then it's going to, you're going to have to do this and this and this and this and this. So maybe you've experienced that too, but that sort of puts you in a paralyzing area where you're like, okay, I just can't even move now. How am I going to do that? Forget it. That was a dumb idea. I'm going to go do something else. Well, now I don't have anybody telling me that except for that internal fear, which says to you, hey, great, you want to go start your own business? How are you going to do it? What are you going to do if you fail? What if people don't buy from you? What if you, end up spending all the money in your savings and you lose everything? How are you going to get from point A to point B to point C? How are you going to do that? It's going to be hard. I mean, all these things are coming at you when all you have to do is not look for the clear answer. Just take the first step. And that's it. Have the courage to take the first step. So if you find yourself wanting to meditate, find yourself wanting to just sit and think about what you need to do, that's fine. Think about courage. What is the courageous action I can take today to advance my goals, to create momentum, to start moving forward? And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can just be going on Facebook for the first time and doing one Facebook Live. It can be sending out an email to all your friends and family and saying, hey, I'm starting this new business doing this. If you know anybody that I could help, that could use my help because I'm confident in what I'm doing, please definitely connect me. It can be something that simple. It can be sitting down with a piece of paper and just writing down every idea you have. Anything you can do to take the next courageous step forward is going to be much better than sit around like I did, meditating, hoping you were going to get clarity, because clarity never came to me until I started moving forward. And I'm telling you, once you start moving forward, and this happened to me, it was things were happening left and right. They were just falling into place. And it may not have been my perfect plan, but I was moving in a positive direction. So that's all I want to talk about today. And one other thing I want to share with you. This is something that I do want to share when it comes to doubt, and when it comes to these things, when you find yourself in doubt, this will help you really stay focused on moving forward. Because often the greatest doubts occur just before a breakthrough. Okay, we often feel like giving up just before we're about to break through. Just when you're about to see positive results, and I've seen this before when I was in personal training, you're about to have a breakthrough, you're getting there, you're almost ready to go over that hill and go down and start coasting, you give up. So don't let your doubt stop you. No, lean into it. When that doubt comes, say, doubt, this is a doubt. I'm doubting myself. Guess what? That means I must have success just waiting for on the other side of the door. I'm going to go for it. Okay. So that's it for today. I hope this helps some of you, and I appreciate you listening, and I look forward to talking to you next time. Thanks. Have you joined our free online community for profitable, purposeful entrepreneurs yet? What are you waiting for? It's absolutely free. Just head over to Facebook right now. Go to the search bar, type in Profitable Purposeful Entrepreneurs. You'll find the group. Join us. We'd love to have you in here. The community is great. You'll learn lots of valuable skills, strategies, ideas. You'll meet other purposeful, profitable entrepreneurs of every level, from those just starting out to those who have been in business for a while. And it's a great community, very supportive. Join us today. We look forward to seeing you there.